So three space.
No.
Alright everybody, welcome back to my channel, in which this time we're going to do a redemption of game number 2 of my original run of Jeopardy Deluxe Edition for the Super NES. In game 1 I won $20,801, and then in game 2 I lost with $5,600, but let's see if I can redeem myself. This is the only redemption I can have this run, because if I lose again in this run, then it's over. And joining me this time is Dab and Bingle. Taking on Jenny and Liz this game, and here are the categories: medicine, singers, college sports, archaeology, Paul Revere, and finally, fictional characters. Let's see if I can redeem myself in this game and add on to my $20,801 with archaeology for $100.
The answer is...
Volcanic debris and ash up to 23 feet deep helped preserve this city, first refound in the 16th century. I'm going to say what is Pompeii. Yep. I'll take archaeology 200.
The answer is...
In examining mummies, archaeologists found that many Egyptians had this joint disease. What is arthritis? Archaeology for 300.
The answer is...
Using dendrochronology, an archaeologist can date objects made of wood by studying these. What are its rings? Archaeology 400.
The answer is...
An old human skull and the jawbone of a modern orangutan were used to create this hoax of a man. Who was a Neanderthal? Foop. Let's see if Jenny can answer this better than I can. Oh, it's Piltdown Man. Foop. That's a Beakarupa for me. Singer's 100. And I got away with that. Loretta Lynn's album, I Remember Patsy, was a tribute to this singer, her dear friend. Who's Patsy Cline? Singer's 200.
The answer is...
Good golly, Miss Molly. He once claimed his music makes the blind see and the deaf hear. Good golly, Miss Molly. I'm going to say who is Little Richard. Singer's 300.
The answer is...
His home is a pink-trimmed mansion in New Orleans, but we don't know if he walks to it. Jenny. Fats Domino. Oh, okay. Singer's 400.
The answer is...
She said, I would much rather have stood by one man for a lifetime than four for a short time. Stand by your man. I'm going to take a guess and say who is Tammy Wynette. Singer's 500.
The answer is
With a master's in psychology, he might use "we're in this love together" to counsel couples. Who is Al Green? No, Al Jarreau. Al Jarreau. Yeah, Al Jarreau. Good thing I changed my answer. Now let's go back to archaeology for 500.
the answer is
It was written in 196 BC in hieroglyphics, Demonic, Egyptian, and Greek. What is the Rosetta Stone? Correct. College sports 100.
the answer is
Kurt Thomas, Jim Hartung, and Mitch Gaylord were all around NCAA champions in this sport. I'm gonna say it was basketball. No. Bika Rupa. Jenny buzzes in. And once again, Marty let me get away with that. Oh, gymnastics. Paul Revere, 100.
the answer is
Built around 1670, Paul Revere's house is the oldest building in this city's downtown area. What is Boston? Paul Revere, 200.
the answer is
According to the famous poem, the time of Paul Revere's ride. What is midnight? Paul Revere, 300.
the answer is
In 1773, Paul dressed as an Indian in order to participate in this. What is the Boston Tea Party? Paul Revere for 400.
the answer is
Paul Revere rode to call to arms the members of this Massachusetts volunteer militia. I'm going to take a guess and say, who are the Minutemen? Alright, and Paul Revere for 500.
the answer is
The two lanterns of the North Church steeple meant the British were coming this way. What is by sea? One if by land, two if by sea. I ran the category. Let's go back to college sports for 200. Daily double. 3,300. How much do I want to put at risk? 700. Here's the clue. American Indian game whose name means hooded stick. I'm going to say, what is lacrosse? Yep. College sports 300.
the answer is
From 1964 to 75, this team, coached by John Wooden, won a record 10 NCAA basketball championships. What is UCLA? College sports 400.
the answer is
Hubie Brooks, Bob Horner, and Reggie Jackson played college baseball at this school in Temp. Liz. Oh, she doesn't know. What? Arizona State. Yep. College sports 500.
the answer is
A crew race in 1852 between these two Ivy League schools was the first collegiate athletic contest. What are Harvard and Yale? Yeah. Fictional characters, 100.
The answer is
Flopsy appears in Peter Rabbit and Topsy in this 1852 novel. What is Uncle Tom's Cabin? Fictional characters, 200.
the answer is
This name has been associated with both Robinson Crusoe and Bill Gannon. What is Friday? Fictional characters for 300.
the answer is
The name Beaumarchais bestowed on the Barber of Seville. Name Beaumarchais bestowed on the Barber of Seville. I shouldn't have buzzed in, I don't know. I didn't mean to buzz in. Well, let's see if Liz can get an answer right. Oh, Figaro! Oh, that's right. Foop. Medicine, 100.
the answer is
Laryngitis is an inflammation of this part of the throat. What is the larynx? Medicine, 200.
the answer is
About half of all pregnant women suffer from this burning pain in the chest and upper abdomen. What is indigestion? Medicine, 300.
the answer is
The outer surface of each of these organs is covered by a thin membrane called a renal capsule. What are the kidneys? Medicine for 400.
the answer is
An inactive substance used as a control for an experiment or given just to humor a patient. What is a placebo? Medicine for 500.
the answer is
Type of steroid banned by the IOC. It promotes tissue growth by creating protein. Don't know. Oh, it's anabolic. Oh, I got 2 clues left.
the answer is
It was Jack Dawkinson's nickname in Oliver Twist. What is the Artful Dodger? Now the last clue.
the answer is
George du Maurier's novel Trilby had this hypnotist whose name now means evil manipulator. Svengali, alright? So at the end of the Jeopardy round, Liz has $900, Jenny has $1,200, and I'm in the lead with $6,200. On my way to redeeming myself this game. Here we go, it's Double Jeopardy time. We have these as our categories. Boy, oh boy, boy in quotation marks, odds and ends, toys and games, famous quotes, by the numbers, and finally, hats. Alright. Could I be on my way to redeeming myself and continuing this run? Let's find out. Odds and ends, 200.
the answer is
Before it said Dewey won, President Truman called this daily one of the 2 worst papers in the country. What is the Chicago Tribune? Odds and ends for 400.
The answer is.
If your itinerary includes Tibet, you may want to hire these native mountain guides. Oh, I think I know, but it's too late. The Sherpas. Oh, okay, that wasn't my guess, thank God. Liz has control now, and second place. Odds and ends 600.
The answer is.
Consisting of 150 poems, it's the longest book in the Bible. What is Psalms? Let's go with odds and ends for 800.
The answer is.
National Statuary Hall is located in this Washington, D.C. building. What is... Let me take a guess and say what is the Pentagon? No. Let's see if Liz knows this. Oh, the Capitol. Oh, okay. By the numbers for 200.
The answer is.
Avenue that's synonymous with New York City's garment district. What is 7th Avenue? By the numbers for 400, please.
The answer is.
Members of this religious denomination sometimes call themselves by the initials SDA, who are the Seventh-day Adventists. Let's go with by the numbers for 6.
The answer is.
In this movie, Marilyn Monroe provokes the condition in Tom Ewell when his wife's on vacation. What is the 7-year itch? By the numbers for 800.
The answer is.
Abby Hoffman, Rennie Davis, Jerry Rubin, Lee Weiner, John Froines, Tom Hayden, and Dee Dellinger, who are the Chicago 7. By the numbers for 1,000.
The answer is.
Dangle your tootsies while surfing. What is Hang 10? Putting me at $9,200 right now. Let's finish the $1,000 clue in odds and ends.
The answer is.
Of Allegro, Andante, or Lento, the one that means the fastest tempo. What is Allegro? Up to 10,200. Let's take Boy Oh Boy for 200.
The answer is.
Former lead singer of Culture Club, he rejuvenated his career with the Crying Game. Who is Boy George? Boy Oh Boy, 400.
The answer is.
This organization for training boys and young men was founded in England in 1908. What is the Boy Scouts? Boy Oh Boy, 600.
The answer is.
term meaning to refrain from buying from comes from the name of an Irish land agent. What is boycott? Boy oh boy 800.
The answer is
A prickly bramble hybridized from the loganberry, blackberry, and raspberry. What is a boysenberry? Boy oh boy for 1,000.
the answer is
A nursery rhyme tells him, come blow your horn. Who is Little Boy Blue? That'll put me at $13,200. Well on my way to redeeming myself this game. Let's take famous quotes for 200.
the answer is
In Imitation of Christ, Thomas A. Kempis says, man proposes, but God does this. What is disposes? Let's take famous quotes for 400.
the answer is
Bartlett's lists tennis anyone just before Here's Looking at You Kid under this actor. Who's Humphrey Bogart? Let's take famous quotes for 600.
the answer is
In 1651, George Herbert wrote, "This is the best revenge." What is living well? Famous quotes 800.
the answer is
St. Jerome said in a letter, "No athlete is crowned but in the sweat of this." What is his brow? Famous quotes 1,000.
the answer is
So we know what the daily doubles are. In the picture of Dorian Gray, this author claimed all art is quite useless. Picture of Dorian Gray. Who is Oscar Wilde? Yep. Let's have toys and games for 200.
the answer is
What is coiled within a yo-yo or wrapped around a top? What's a string? Let's take toys and games for 400.
the answer is
The top of this Mattel toy springs open when the weasel pops. What's a Jack-in-the-Box? Take toys and games for 600.
the answer is
The B&O, the Pennsylvania, the Short Line, and the Reading are railroads in this game. What's Monopoly? Toys and games 800. There's one of the two daily doubles. Up at the farm. At the start of a checkers game, this many black squares are empty of pieces. Well, let's see. There's 12 pieces on each. So let's see. There's 12 pieces on each, so let's see. There's 32. Pretty sure I know this. So let's see. I'll say what is 8. Yeah! Trying to do some simple math there. Toys against
the answer
1,000.
is
Alright, Marty. 10 pins is the form of this game. What's bowling? I had to think about it carefully. Hats for 200.
The answer is
This circular French cap came back into style when Faye Dunaway wore one in Bonnie and Clyde. What's a beret? Making it difficult on the other players. 400.
the answer is
Your high school graduation wouldn't be complete without this square flat hat with a tassel. What's a mortarboard? $600.
the answer is
A member of the PBA, or what the British normally call a derby. What is a bowler? $800.
the answer is
This red felt hat has been the national headdress of Turkey until it was banned in 1925. What is a topkapi? No. Foop. Well, if Jenny gets this right, the last clue will be all hers because it will be the daily double. Oh, the Fez. Oh, that's right. Which is also a city in Morocco. Jenny, the last clue is yours because it is the other daily double. Make it count. Alright, here's the clue in hats. This round woolen cap was named after the title of the hero of a Robert Burns poem, and it's a tam o'shanter. Putting you at $3,000, and let's play Final Jeopardy. It's a runaway game. It's a locked game, so it looks like I'm going to redeem myself. And here's the category. The category is counties. I'm going to do... Let's just do $99. Mackinac, Saugadon, Kalamazoo are in this state. What is Michigan? That'll put me at $36,299. Alright. So it looks like I'll get to resume this run. That was my one and only redemption, and if I lose again, then the run is over. Let's go to Alex Trebek.
the Final Jeopardy answer is
Are they all in Michigan? They are all in Michigan, yes. Let's see if Liz came up with Michigan. She did. So she'll take second place for now, $3,200. Did Jenny come up with Michigan? Yes, she did. She's at $6,000, doubles her money. I also said, what is Michigan? Putting me at $36,299 for a two-game winnings total of $57,100. And we'll go ahead and wrap it up for this game. See you all for that next one.